Alright, so I wanted to talk about some of the changes I've made in our camper. Some improvements, some things that I had to fix. And if you're familiar with this system in the back of the toy hauler campers, it's a pretty neat setup. The bottom, it did have a fold down bed, and this would fold up and you would end up having 2 benches and a table that went in these 3 holes. The table was really heavy. The poles always stuck in the floor, hard to get in and out. The couch was made with this type of material, or the sofa, and this stuff would peel off. I don't know if it's just sun, heat, I don't know what caused it, but anyway, that stuff peeled off and it was making a nasty mess. So we took all that out, and I made this frame here that will fit a queen size mattress, and just bolted it right back in place where the old one went. And you let these legs down. It's 4 of them for support in the middle, and of course it lets all the way down so those legs bottom out. But that, in my opinion, is an improvement. This is a lot more comfortable than what come in them. You know, the kids didn't have no problem sleeping on it, but most of the time they wound up in the master bedroom, and I got this bed, which now I don't mind. So I changed that. In my opinion, that's an improvement. And to replace our table, we bought one of those fold-up plastic picnic tables. It works a lot better. And then another improvement is this. We never used our oven and gas cooktop. It was aggravating. You had to light it or leave the pilot light on, and I didn't like doing all that. So I changed it out, took the gas out of it, the gas oven out. Bought this toaster oven that fits in there. Forget now how big this is, but anyway, we just got whatever would fit in the hole. Bought a new countertop, which I think turned out pretty nice. This is just a curtain rod. I take that out. We usually just leave it there. It don't really get in the way of nothing. Got this that we keep outside. We do most of our cooking outside anyway. But yeah, we got usable counter space here now, whereas with the oven in there we didn't. So I like that. That's an improvement in my opinion. The couch, the one that came in here, was very cheap. It was a Chase similar to this. It had a backrest on it that came up to here. We took all that out. In our other camper we had a couch, a residential couch, love seat, recliner in it, and it worked in that one. But where this one has the island right here, the couch wouldn't, the slide out wouldn't close up, the couch would hit. So we had to do something different. We used a futon in here for a while. Anyway, this works out a lot better. I made this. I've got all this storage in here. All of these doors has got storage all the way down. And what this is 3 crib mattresses. And I liked a couple inches here filling it in. So I bought these little trays in the stationery at Walmart. Fits perfect in there. Little catch-all, as you can see. Fidget spinners. And we bought these pillows to start with, to see what we thought about it. They work out pretty good. You can pack a bunch of them up, get comfortable. And this ain't too bad to sleep on. We've all slept in here at one time. It's cramped, and the crib mattresses are not really designed for adults to sleep on, but they're not bad. It's better than sleeping in the floor. And they're relatively cheap. And so are the sheets. If you want to change the color, you just buy new sheets. And the bottoms, this Luan here, I didn't nail any of that down, so you can lift it up if you need to put something large down in here that won't fit through the doors. You just raise the Luan up, stick it in there. Works out pretty good. So you can replace the mattresses, you can replace the sheets, mix it up, do whatever you want to do. I was thinking about getting some of those wedge pillows to go on the back here for a backrest, but for now the throw pillows work out pretty good. And let's see, the floors. This floor and this floor rotted out. There's a problem with the Heartlands. They done a bad job on it, sealing them up, and they leaked from the outside, rotted out. So I had to replace those. This one, I made a steel frame right here, welded it, and put sheet metal on the top and the bottom, and then just bolted everything back down. That floor ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be there from now on. But that was before I had this idea. I wanted to buy a solid sheet of plastic, but this is almost 12 foot by 4 foot, and like something like 5/8 thick, I think. And that just wasn't going to work out. It was going to be a lot of money. And Camping World wanted like $4,000 per slide out just to put the floors in, and they would have put back the same painted plywood, which, you know, this camper's 5 years old. Another 5 years would be replacing it again. This is composite decking, and I tongue and grooved it, glued all the joints together, cut a bevel across this edge, and made my own plastic floor. This stuff's not the strongest, and the glue doesn't want to stick to it. So before I put this in here, the glue actually came apart and the floor actually separated. So I decided to build this couch, and by putting this 2x4 from end to end, and I went underneath, and that's where all these marks are from, is where I ground the screws off. I went underneath the floor on the outside and drilled through the floor and run a screw up through on every composite board. So in turn, that's going to stiffen up the floor, and it holds these joints together. It ain't going nowhere. It's got another 2x4 back there. Holds it all together. No problems at all. So this floor should last a very long time also. So that's some of the changes that I've made. One more change that I can think of. Tires. I quit buying trailer tires and I buy LT tires. There it is. This is a little bit bigger tire than what came out on this camper, but what it is, that tire is the same size. It's a 10 ply and it's the same size that that truck runs. The tires that's on that truck right now came from this camper. When they start getting a little age on them, I put them on the pickup, because when a tire blows out on this camper, it does at least $1,500 worth of damage, because it tears out all the stuff in here. So these tires are rated for 120 miles an hour, and they're rated to carry the weight. And trailer tires, the ST, instead of the LT, the ST tires are rated for 65. If you run down the interstate 65 miles an hour, the tires are going to get hot quick. So you start running at extended amounts of time, you're going to blow tires. And they're cheap made, and they're not going to last very long. So that's some of the improvements that I've made. I put this plastic lattice in too. Just cut it, put it in the grooves, put some pop rivets in it, because the kids was pushing on this screen and we were afraid they was going to push it open, which we also put a one of these little bolt latches. Can't get the light. There we go. Put one of these little bolt latches. I drilled a hole in the handle right there. Latch that, and then you're gonna push it open. So anyway, put that in there. Keep your kids from pushing it on the door and falling out, cracking the head. Anyway, that's my improvements that I've made, and I think it really helps. Oh, put LED lights in. Because I kept burning this switch out. This switch controls 4 of these light fixtures. Each one has 2 bulbs in it, and they use the 1156 bulbs, which are pulls a lot of current. It was getting the switch hot. It's actually melting the wires, and that came from the factory like that for some reason. So I spent the money, bought the LED lights. The LED lights are a lot cooler. They pull a lot less current, and they're brighter. It was worth the money. Most campers come with LED lights now anyway, so I replaced them all except for those lights. They're really expensive in LED. So anyway, that's my improvements, things that I've changed, things for you to think about. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next video.